So here we are at the reviewing area, and here is Megaman X on the reviewing area here. And trying to get him centered. And I think that that's good enough. But here we have him on the reviewing area. And he looks gorgeous and amazing. For being their first figure that they made, it is really amazing and glorious looking. But let's get a closer look at the head sculpt here. As you can see, the head sculpt is really nice, and it does have that anime look to it from the eyes and everything. And the helmet does have like different shades of blue. Like it has normal blue, a lighter, well, a lighter blue on the sides, and a like, well, actually, I think this is the sides of the head, and also on the top of the head is a little lighter blue color. But it does have these little spots of light blue paint attached to on it. Even little spots of blue paint on the head crest here on the sides. Y'all can see there. And some light blue on these things. And it does have some translucent red on both of these sides, and of course on the head crest here. And going to the back here, just a lot of blue on it. And also, it does have some tamper-graphed writing here. And it is really small. I don't know. I don't know how well y'all can see it, but I'm trying to zoom in as close as I can. But you can see it does have some little tamper-graphed writing there. Even here, which this I can read better. And it says energy tank inside. And going to the back, it does have some more of that light blue paint on the shoulders and on the back along with some more tampographed writing here. And that says caution. Yeah, caution. And this here on the back of the head says caution as well. And these things also have some tampographed writing which says beware of burst. Beware of burst. And going to his chest here, you do have this thing here. And going down to his arms here, does have the white hands, little spots of that same light blue paint on the forearms. And the same caution tampograph on his arms. And going down to his waist. I will have to bring the camera down some. And his legs or his thighs do have a lot of a little lighter blue paint to it. And it does have, yeah, I did forget to mention, it does have some black lining on the thighs, his biceps here, and on his chest. Yes. Yes. And going down to his legs. Just a lot of blue with light blue. And some more of that same tampograph writing on it. And on his legs here, it says on his legs it says propellant inside. Yeah, propellant inside. Okay, and even the feet, well, the feet has some cautions writing on it. Yeah. And on the sides of his legs it says auto balancer inside. And a little more of that blue paint. And on the back of the legs it says beware of blasts. And so speaking of that, his legs do have a couple of features to it, but we'll get to that in a minute. And I do need to show y'all this. The bottom of the feet are nicely detailed as well. It does have some red translucent for the thrusters and a little bit of gunmetal gray on it. And on the back it says MK. Trying to read that bottom one, because it does again have writing on the bottom. I think it says translution. I think it says there. Yeah, it was just really small. Sometimes I can read it, and sometimes I couldn't. But it is there. But all around, a really nice figure. Now, this figure, I am going to get to the articulation real quick. But before I get to that, this figure does have some die-cast metal on him. And the metal that he has on him is his knees here, the lower part of the legs here, which are the knees here, and on his chest, which are these two things here. And even his feet have some die casts on them, which are these black linings around his feet here. So he does have a nice bit of weight to him, which is nice. So for articulation, head is on a ball joint, and the base of the neck is on a hinge joint. Arms can rotate all the way around, and these shoulder pads can move out of the way. So his arms can move in and out. And they do have an armpit joint here. And while this is out, you can also move his arms up and down on these joints here, which is nice. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and the wrists are on ball joints as well, but sometimes they do kind of hinder these things. But if you get them positioned right, then you're all good. And the torso and the waist is on a ball joint. But you do need to be very careful of how you're moving it, because if not, you'll end up scratching some of this blue paint, which I'm checking to see if I didn't. No, good on that side. What about the other side? Good on that side as well. But just be mindful, because the blue paint on the belly section can chip off from moving the torso and the waist too much. But he can arch back about there, and he can crunch about there. And the legs, I'm trying to scooch up as close as I can. But the legs, they do have a ball joint here, which is, as you can see, kind of limited. When you try to move his leg up some. But you can have it moved all the way up. And to do that, his legs can shift down, and that allows you to have like a full range of his leg articulation, which is nice. But they can move in and out, and you do have a thigh swivel, and his knees do bend, and as you bend the knees, this knee pad will move. Just like that. Which reveals some more nicely painted in details on the inside of this knee part here. And now for the feet. They can extend out, and on the inside you have a ball joint here. Or I think that's a ball joint. Yeah, it is a ball joint. Okay. So he has a ball joint here, a hinge joint here, and a ball joint at the foot here. So you can have like a wider range of an ankle pivot if you want to. And that's it. So now let me get them all situated here. Okay. All right. So now let's get into his accessories of what he comes with. So to start off, I do have his accessories in the little clamshell thing. So I'm trying to get it out real quick. Okay, so to start off with the accessories, the first thing that will show off is he does come with some interchangeable hands. So the ones that he has on him, as you can see, is just the closed fists. But he does come with some splayed open hands here. And you only get one set of interchangeable hands. And he does come with an interchangeable face, just one interchangeable face. So the one that he has on him is just the serious face. But he also does come with a yelling, screaming face. And so swapping the faces is really easy. To swap the faces out, you want to detach the helmet part from this seam here. There we go. Oh, oh, and the face came off with it. and while we take off the helmet part here, it does have some white on the sides here. And of course you do remove the face here from this peg and that hole there. And you can swap it with the screaming face. So you can have that right there. And Megaman wouldn't be complete without his X-Buster cannon, because in every game he's been in, he always has his forearm cannon, which is called the X-Buster gun. And he does come with that. And here it is, here. And as you can see, it does have some little blue paint with some gunmetal gray. And it does have some like darker blue paint to it with a little bit of light blue in it. And on the back it does have some more light blue paint with some black lining. And on here it says X-Buster on both sides, tampographed. And this X-Buster, I will have to get Megaman out of the way. And I will have to adjust the camera a little bit. And the X-Buster cannon here does have a light up feature. And it takes two LR44 watch batteries. And the batteries are included, so you don't have to worry about that. Like, you don't have to worry about going to the store to get some batteries. Because the batteries do come with this figure. And when you're installing the batteries, you too want to be mindful of how you're installing the batteries, because it even does say it on the instructions here. And he does come with two sets of instructions. One to, I think, yeah. Oh, well, actually, here, it does tell you how to install these watch batteries, LR44 watch batteries here. Yeah. But I think the other one tells you something about installing the batteries. Oh, yep, this is the one. Okay. So when you're installing the LR44 watch batteries, you too want to pay close attention, because here in this instructions that you get tells you what to do. And to activate the light up feature, what you would do is, well, first I gotta turn this off. And to activate the light up feature, what you would do is you would take this rim part here, not this tip part, but this rim part, and twist it a little bit, and the little red light here will show up. Just like that. You actually need to turn it this way. You can see that red light there. And to attach it to Megaman here, all you do is just take either one of his forearms and untab it. But you do, of course, want to be very careful because these pegs are kind of, well, not really too thin, but just like a little thinner, which can break easily. So be mindful of that. But there you have him with his X-Buster gun here. Okay. And to go along with the X-Buster gun, you do, of course, get some effect parts. The first one that he has, and that this comes in two separate parts. He comes with this blast effect part that you take this and attach it on the back here, and of course attach it to the gun here. Okay. So the way you attach this, and he does come with two different blast effect parts. Okay. So the way you attach these blast effect parts is inside this tab that you attach it to the tip of the blast effect part does have a hexagon shape to it, and the inside of the X-Buster does have that same hexagon shape to it. So when you're attaching these, you two want to make sure it's lined up correctly.